1879. A man named Wilmot Starkey founded his own country just north of Denver, Colorado, because he thought the government was filled with lizard people or some shit. This culminated in a small war that lasted for about a week before the government gave up and Wilmot died of dysentery a few hours afterward. The land was later built upon without no one knowing. Years later, Wilmot Starkey's descendant, Greg Starkey, discovered his ancestors' free land from the government and took over the place, declaring himself God King of his own 2,000 square foot nation. This is his story.
Jesus fucking Christ, I'm gonna regret this so much. Hi, I'm looking for Greg Starkey, the God King. We're filming a documentary for the BBC.
Are you an enemy spy?
Jesus fucking Christ. No, I talked to you on the phone last week, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Welcome to Greece, brother. No relation to the other country, by the way. That shit's gonna hit the fan in 5 years, along with the rest of the year.
Why'd you name your country Greece?
Oh, it's short for, Greg's country.
So far, this was off to a shaky start.
So I, bet you're wondering to yourself, how hard is it to run a country?
That's not what I was asking at all. In fact, this is barely a country. Why does everything you own still come from the U.S.?
That's just... Let me explain something to you. The, good old U.S. of A. and, yours truly got a tight relationship. I, get things from them from, time to time, and I, import from them.
And in return?
Wait, what?
Yeah, like you can't just take whatever you want without giving something back in return.
Oh!
That's
I do. I give them back money. I'm the, richest man in the world, after all.
You're the only person in this country.
Well, I do pay them back with my very own Greg dollars.
What the fuck? That's just a crudely drawn portrait of you on line paper.
And you know what your currency is? A crude drawing of your founding fathers. How are you going to argue that?
So, how do you handle a policy for a country of one?
Well, I just, make things up on the spot. I mean, I can literally do whatever I want. Throw parties, smoke weed, burn down my house, go raid another mansion, have a couple of hookers over. It's just the greatest.
What about taxes?
What about them?
Yeah, I mean, how are you going to pay for everything?
Oh! I just make more money. I can't believe nobody's ever thought of this before. So, yeah, we have a kind of a massive immigration problem.
How is it even remotely possible you have an immigration problem?
I mean, don't blame me, blame him. He's head of the immigration department.
What the fuck?
Come here, Muffin. Oh, shit. So this little thing is Mr. Fluffers, and, he's the head of the immigration department, and he's in charge of getting all the illegal aliens with his little teeth and claws.
What the? Do you have like a rat problem or something?
They're not rats. From a different culture, and they come here to escape their hard lives, and technically they're mice. One of the most proud things we have in this country is our defenses.
You have a military?
Of course I do. I have tons of enemies out there. You kidding me?
Like who?
Oh geez. Well, there's North Korea, there's South Korea, there's West Korea.
West Korea doesn't exist.
It's what they want you to think.
Okay. So say West Korea or whatever the fuck attacks you. How do you go about defending yourself?
You know, being a small country has its ups and downs. The biggest down is we don't really have an ambassador, so I have to make every foreign trip possible. Fuck you looking at? I mean, even sometimes I'll occasionally go to the U.S. for business purposes.
I want back. So how the shit doesn't even work?
I mean, even sometimes I like to hold public gatherings. Really gets the people riled up.
I have gathered you all here today because I asked specifically for spaghetti and meatballs from Italy, and it hasn't happened. Jennifer, I'm looking at you. You are obviously responsible, so you will be put under arrest for about 5 years because my stomach is on fire right now because I had to eat hot tamales instead. So you're getting blamed for my asshole right now, okay? Also, I'd like to point out that Christine didn't bring anything to the Magnificent Feast That Is Me event, and yeah, she's being exiled. Her and her family and 4 kids. So we'll have to kick her out into the desert or hop her back over the Mexican border. Where are you from?
Who are these people? There's no one here.
Are you questioning me? Because it certainly sounds like it, sir. And you shouldn't be doing that because if it's none of your goddamn business, okay? So just record whatever you see here, okay? There are people here. They are beautiful. They are alive. I don't love each and every one of them. I may love Reggie over there because he's just a phenomenal cook because all of these motherfuckers can't do that worth shit. So, you know, I'm going with Reg. Reg, you're my number one guy. He's flipping me off, but I know that's with love.
Even this year I decided to do something a little bit for myself. Like this is me when I went to Paris.
This is just an obvious Photoshop.
What are you talking about? That's totally
No, like
logistic.
no, like you can see like the little lines used to clip out for Photoshop, you know?
Yeah, I bet you thought the Yellowstone incident was photoshopped as well, buddy.
No, the Yellowstone incident never happened. That's not a thing.
Yeah, same as 9/11.
I was starting to think this guy was a total moron.
You must think I'm a total moron, don't you?
No. Why would I ever say that?
Well, you've just been critical of me this entire time.
I mean, a little constructive criticism never hurts once in a while.
This isn't a democracy. This has never, ever been a democracy. I am the God King. For a reason, also. I don't obey the people obey me.
There are no people here.
Hi, welcome to planet Earth. There's you.
What? I don't live here.
Oh yeah, you wanna know something? The last person that lived here, she was a female. Vegeta, Vagisil, Viagra, I don't know what the fuck her name was. She was fairly popular among the neighbors, but she didn't realize what she was sitting on. 2,000 square feet of land. And not part of any country. And it might not sound like much on a little piece of paper. But it's still land, not owned by the government. When the first people settled here, they thought the same way. They thought they were their own masters. That meant unlimited freedom. The chance to do whatever they wanted. Taxes? Fuck taxes. Laws? I don't have to obey shit. I don't have any. There's no war on drugs here, except for my Diet Coke addiction. Jail? It doesn't even exist here. I don't even know where the fuck I'd put one. The eternal slavery that is our education system? Yeah, that shit doesn't exist here either.
What are you trying to say here?
The U.S. has become such a failure state. Sure, they have freedom in their sense that they're not going to prison for criticizing their leader or some shit, but is that really freedom? You can't pursue a decent education unless daddy moneybags bankrolls the whole endeavor. Any decent job is either not on demand, not in demand, or can be done by a fucking HAL 9000. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that. Well, go fuck yourself. Think back to the Cold War, friends. This grand war of economical ideas. There's the Soviets, for all the twisted there. Said to be, at least, they had a seedling of a good idea.
Okay, this is getting kind of intense, man. Do I have to explain why communism failed?
Communism failed because we were not ready for communism. Yet. Same fucking plebs who started the whole shebang got greedy, creating the same gap that it was supposed to stop. People do not care about other people. The American dream, oh, that fucking thing died long ago. In fact, it never even lived. George Washington literally gave that little son of a bitch an abortion.
Were abortions even around back then?
That's not the point! I have to show you one last thing. You know, being a god king, I had to gain more experience. So I took some inspiration from Best. What was his name? Kim Il-sung. Lovely bastard. And you can't forget Genghis Khan. I really liked Mao, too, as well.
What about Hitler?
Hey, I'm Jewish. You trying to play a race card or something?
No, it's just that.
And over here, prize-winning achievements.
What the fuck?
One thing I value on every day.
What the fuck? You know, I really should have seen this coming.
You know, I'm gonna level with you right now. Greg Starkey isn't my real name. I actually had to get the whole entire thing fabricated just to have the claim seem legitimate. It all couldn't have been possible without good old Vladimir. You see, Vladimir was the kind of man I was talking about earlier. He and his country, he believed in that idea. And when that idea failed, he took it into his own priority to make it better. And gave small fries like me a chance to live their dreams. Hashtag down with the USA.
Okay, none of this is making any sense. You want the USA to fall, yet you rely on it every single day for your shit. I mean, for fuck's sakes, dude, you were ordering a quarter pounder with cheese during our break.
You're under arrest.
You're gonna leave me in here like this? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, hey, I still have cell coverage. I bet you get T-Mobile imported from the US too, you fucking hypocrite. So I bet you're wondering how a schlub like me managed to get out and live to tell the tale. Son of a bitch. He left the door unlocked.
I don't know how to fucking do dishes. Wait, what the fuck are you doing?
And fuck Vladimir Putin too.
Used to be a lot bigger and a lot better with their water, and it was a lot more expensive ever since I walked in here. Now they're just being schmucks and trying to fuck me over.